Okay, so this is definitely YouTube being real life. I, yeah. So I don't know how the camera was before. I don't know. Yeah, I definitely, I don't know anything. No. Hi, I am Sonia. I'm 54, and I want to talk about your chakras. So let me alrighty. So in the last video, I'm assuming that if I'm in the last video, if I remember correctly, in the last video, I ain't even uploaded the first one. Okay. I was talking about some of the tools that I use when it's time to let that moment become the moment that it is. And some of the tools that I use when I was not allowing the moment that I allocated for whatever it was, for whatever it was, and I used that moment, and I became immediately distracted in that moment. Easily distracted. What made it easy for me to turn my head? Oh, look at the beautiful butterfly. why am I why am I easily swayed when why am I easily swayed? Okay, so at the end of the pandemic, I don't know what I thought. I really don't know what I thought. But I definitely thought that I would immediately go back into my extracurricular activities. The world's open. Okay, who's left? Come on, let's go and let's do a head count. Let's do a head count. Let's check temperatures. Let's get together and see let's get together. That's it. All right. Bottom line, let's get together. But yeah, it never happened. It never happened. So this new norm, my new norm, I had to combat how small my world was. And in this, I realized, oh, my world was small before. This happened before. And I said, oh, this happened before. I remember when my world was this tiny before. And let me pull out my toolkit. So at the time when I got introduced to the chakras, introduced to looking at my chakras and things of that nature, it was as I evolve, I also allow the evolution of what works for me today. So yes, journaling is still part of my everyday life. But it just looks the digital journal. Now the digital journal has turned into my calendar without the and deep enthralled notes. So right after the pandemic, I had to realize a new norm. And so I went back to some of the journal entries with the chakras. I went back to some of the notes that was given to me from the Schumann and also what was she? That made a vision book and the products, and she found, showed us the products she used. And so that year, I want to say it was 22. So that year, I made this one. This was the memory book that I made, the very first one. This is my very first one. And then is when it dawned on me that I should do one for my chakras. Like, I need to identify my chakras, get into them, see where I'm stuck, see how I can make it okay. And I don't know if you have moments in your life where you have an epiphany, where you just get it. It just comes and you just know, okay, this is my new norm. This is what I need to do to get to it. That was this book. This book right here is the last one that I made. And this one was the last one that I made. And I got it. This is when I said, this is my new norm. This is my new norm. The apocalypse. This is my new norm. The apocalypse has come and gone. Write a new book. Now it's time to write a new book. So, let me go get something else. All right, I need to go get one more thing. And I'm thirsty. And I need to